Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about 5 things that I love about Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats, long tails and here's the hats, yeah! Guitars and sharps and flats.
Now, when you think Josie and the Pussycats, you're probably thinking about 3 things. Either A, the 1980s cartoon by Hanna-Barbera, B, the comic book characters in Archie, C, the live-action Josie and the Pussycats movie starring Rosario Dawson, or D, Riverdale. Well, let me help you out. Today, we are going to be talking about the 1980s cartoon series. Even though I watch all the other 3 that were mentioned. So let's kind of just get into it. Now the cool thing about this cartoon is that it's a 2-parter. I've only seen the very first part, and it's just called Josie and the Pussycats. Part 2 is called Josie and the Pussycats in Space. So I've only seen 1 episode of that, and they get trapped on a spaceship and now they're in space. That's how the cartoon started. So I'm guessing that it's going to be a fun ride. I just haven't been able to finish it yet. So this will only cover the original Josie and the Pussycat cartoon. The first thing that I loved about the Pussycats is that a black woman that enjoys cartoons, comic books, video games, anime, you tend to notice when the very first time a person that looks like you pops up in mainstream media. A lot of people credit Valerie as being the very first African American reoccurring character in cartoons. Now, as the first black female character, you would think that she is rife with stereotypes, misnomers, and just completely misunderstood representations of black women. However, Valerie does not fit this case. Valerie is the smartest one in the entire group, which includes Josie, Melody, Alexandra, Alexander, and what's the cute guy's name? Alan something or other? Like, she runs circles around them. Not only them, but she runs circles around the villains too. Like, she's amazing. She's technologically savvy, mechanically inclined, and is always creating some kind of crazy gadget in the nick of time to get the other goofballs out of trouble. Another thing that I really liked about the cartoon was the artwork. I love the kind of like 60s, 70s vibe clothing that they have on, and I love that Valerie's got like a bob. It's the cutest. One of the things that annoyed me the most about the TV show was Alexandra. If you watch the live action, Alexandra is the sister of the manager of the Josie and the Pussycats band. And she's always up to no good. In the cartoon, pretty much the same thing. She's always up to no good. Her main thing in life can be split into 2 parts. 1, get close to Alan M. 2, destroy Josie. In every episode, they have some type of unfortunate situation. In every episode, that situation is caused by Alexandra's need to be close to Alan M. How do they end up in space? Alexandra. How do they end up being chased all over the world? Alexandra. How did they end up recording their voice over important formulaic data? Alexandra. Hey, how did they get caught in this pickle? Alexandra. Hey, they were just dry a second ago, now they're wet and floating upside down in some type of torture chamber. Oh wait, Alexandra. The cartoon only lasted 16 episodes. I just have to say, if Alexandra is to blame for all 16 episodes, Alexandra is your bad guy. Like, that's how cartoons work. I've never seen someone so self-absorbed, so self-involved, and is still part of the team. Had I been part of the Josie and the Pussycats, Alexandra would have been out, like episode 2. Oh, it's okay, she got us in this trouble this one time, but she might not do it. Oh, she did it again? No. She's gone. Her and her skunk-like outfit can beat it. Like, why does it take you 17 episodes to be like, oh, Alexandra's getting us into an awful lot of trouble? Like, no. You ended up in space because of her. Big thing that I liked about Josie and the Pussycats is it seems to be a very female-centered and female-driven television program. There are only 2 males, Alan and Alexander, and they never take charge. Alan may have the muscles, but Alexander, also voiced by Casey Kasem, who does Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, is very cowardice. Constantly running away, never taking up for his mistakes, always trying to get out of trouble, very much a scaredy cat. Alan just doesn't seem to be all there, but is very muscular, so that he can help out with like moving heavy things and things like that. But any scheme that they have, any way of escaping their plight is brought up by the women, executed by the women, carried out by the women. It is a very female-centered television program, which for the 80s is pretty darn good. But the one thing I liked about Josie and the Pussycats is it had a lot of lyrical music in it. I don't know if Josie and the Pussycats was a band at one point in time, but they definitely made music for the TV show, and I think that was cool. They end up performing at least once every episode, which I also think is neat. And the fact that Josie and the Pussycats is an all-female rock band is also pretty cool as well. One of the biggest things I like about that they carried into Riverdale is that Josie and the Pussycats is an all-female R&B, jazz, disco, rock band kind of thing with an all-women of color cast. They traveled a lot. You got to follow Josie and the Pussycats and the crew pretty much all around the world, especially in episode, I think it's 14 or 15, when the vulture or the falcon is after them in their little box. They literally hop country to country to country to country. It was a complete around the world in 80 days in one episode kind of feel. So to recap, a very female-centric series, 1. 2. That even though they had bad guys and villains, Alexandra is still one of those for me. I don't care what you say. 3. That Valerie is the smartest out of the group. That they got to travel the world and you as a viewer got to go with them. The music was pretty darn catchy. So if you've seen all of the iterations of Josie and the Pussycats, but I've seen them all except the Archie comics. This type of representation is great to me. It's pretty darn good, especially for the time that it was made. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.